Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button down below. Turn on the post notification bell. Also leave your opinions in the comment section below as well. Julius Abure, factional chairman of the Labour Party, has asked eligible voters to disregard Peter Obi's directive ahead of by-elections across the country. On Thursday, the former Labour Party presidential candidate employed his supporters to vote for the African Democratic Congress (ADC) in the forthcoming by-elections. Peter Obi, who is a member of the ADC-led coalition, said his decision was hinged on the Labour Party having no candidates recognized by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) amid an internal crisis. The electoral umpire excluded the names of Labour Party candidates from its list on August 2nd, a move that prompted a protest march to the Commission's Abuja headquarters last week. The candidates had emerged from primaries conducted by the Abure-led National Working Committee (NWC) amid a leadership tussle within the party. Reacting in a personal statement on Thursday, Abure said Obi's directive is misleading, mischievous, and delusional. Obi desperate to lead Nigeria. The factional Labour Party chairman asked party faithfuls to ignore the malicious directive and go ahead with the casting of their votes for Labour Party and their candidates. Abure said the former Anambra State governor is too desperate to lead Nigeria, adding that his desperation to control the soul of a party had made him go haywire. It is unfortunate that Obi has turned himself into an irony and a paradox in the Nigerian political space, Abure said. He is now reputed to have elevated subterfuge in the game of politics and has of late been crying wolf where there is none. He has turned himself into an uber politician, not willing to take a position and stand by his decision. He has now booked a place for himself in the Guinness Book of Record as a person affiliated with many political parties, pari passu, all in his desperation to preside over Nigeria. Nigerians should not forget in a hurry that it was Peter Obi who created a crisis in the Labour Party, which he is now citing as a reason why people should not vote for the party. Peter Obi and Alex Otti, the governor of Abia State, hosted the ill-fated and illegal expanded stakeholders meeting in Okoye on September 4, 2024. He has also co-founded the crisis all this while and went as far as leading a protest march to INEC headquarters against his own party. His desperation to control the soul of a party has made him go haywire. A man who received so much goodwill from the party leadership but turned around to repay them with evil. This is why we have maintained that Peter Obi lacks the competence, character and capacity to actualize the vision of a new Nigeria. What Obi does not know is that Labour Party is on the ballot and our candidates are contesting the election in spite of all his efforts to strangulate the Labour Party. The party, unknown to him, has done everything within the law to ensure that our candidates participate in the by-election and, of course, in all other future elections. Abure added that Nigerians have come to know who Obi really is. You all, let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. Julius Abure raised, I think, two major points in everything he talked about. Number one is the fact that he said Peter Obi is desperate. Let me know in the comment section if you think that Peter Obi is actually desperate. And number two, he said that Peter Obi is the root cause of a crisis that Labour Party is going through. You guys remember that this crisis did not just start yesterday, and it did not start with Peter Obi. It started with Lamidi Apapa and Abure when Lamidi Apapa accused Abure of forging signature. There was a time he was accused of forging signature and, imposing another candidate on the Labour Party. He forged the signature and then sent the candidate's name to INEC. And, the candidate actually won the election. That was when, the other candidates started saying, I'll manage, my name is not the one on the ballot and all of those things. The matter escalated from there, which further made Lamidi Apapa to say that this kind of person that can forge signature is not worthy to be the chairman. And everybody at that time went against Lamidi Apapa, even including Peter Obi and the others, Kenneth Okoye and co. They all said, no, it's not supposed to be. Julius Abure remains the chairman. Peter Obi actually stood by Julius Abure at that time, insisting that Julius Abure, is the party chairman. I think where things, scattered was when, some people, some Nigerians were raising the question of, the funds that were raised for Labour Party during the 2023 election period. Who is giving accounts? People are not giving us account of how this money has been spent. How was this money spent? Especially considering that agents were not even paid during the 2023 elections. Agents were not paid, and even at some polling units, they did not have volunteer. Most people that worked as agents during the 2023 presidential election were volunteers. It was obedient members who volunteered, and those people were not paid shishi. They were not paid shishi, and people started asking. And before you know it, Julius Abure said it was Peter Obi that, was handling the money. It was Peter Obi and Aisha Yesufu that was handling the money. He did not even see a penny. A penny was not given to him. He wasn't the one in charge of the money. Before you know it, they started trading blame. And I think that was when everything degenerated. That was the start of the actual crisis. That was when Peter Obi decided to separate himself from Julius Abure. That was when they decided to form their own faction, announcing Enadi Usman as the acting chairperson at that time, then organizing their own convention, and here we are today, still talking about the Labour Party crisis. And even at that time, I will talk about Labour Party crisis, and some people will correct me in the comment section, saying that there's no crisis in Labour Party, everything is together, and the likes. I just think that right from the time when Julius Abure was accused of forging signature at that time, if Peter Obi really wanted to be truthful to himself, if he's really the kind of righteous person that a lot of people claim he is, he should have stood by the fact that even if Lamidi Apapa wouldn't, even if they would not agree to use Lamidi Apapa as his replacement, at least they would have stood up. They would have stood on the fact that, with antecedents and what we are trying to stand for, we cannot have somebody who has forged signature, or who is being investigated, or who has been accused of forging a signature to be the party chairman. That was the time that, he could have taken a strong stance against Julius Abure. He shouldn't have waited till when it now became a money issue and they started trading blame and all of that. Anyway, guys, this is just my 2 cents. Let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section. What do you all think of this? According to Julius Abure, like I said, he seems to think that Peter Obi is the start of the crisis. He started it all. What are your thoughts on that? I would love to know. Do you think that Peter Obi actually started the crisis in Labour Party? Or, on the other hand, it is Julius Abure who refused to leave a chairmanship position? Thank you very much, you guys, for always listening and watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.